welcome to Around the Table with, let's see, Dan and Ann.
It actually is Dan and
It
Ann.
is actually Dan and Ann. Hey, Ann, how are you? Let me switch over to
All right,
these
man.
cameras.
How are you, man?
I am doing phenomenal. You know, I need to take a vacation every 3 weeks.
Okay.
I need to take
No,
a
you
3-week vacation every 3 weeks. Okay, 4 weeks.
I beg to differ.
Why?
Because,
Makes you feel good when you get back.
yeah. You were chomping at the bit to get back. Look at you.
Well, not necessarily. I didn't want to lay around and been kind of taking it easy for the last 10 or so days.
I'd say the hiking you were doing was not taking it easy.
Oh my gosh. I got lactic acid buildup.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah, I got lactic acid built up in my hips right here in the front. Walking up and down these, you know, when you, of course, people don't know, maybe they don't know what I'm talking about, but I went to Scotland, and Kelly and I stayed for 10 days, and it's a small country. It's like the size of Florida.
Okay.
Florida's big. I mean, you can drive
Sure.
drive for a long time and still be in the state the next day.
Sure.
If you want to. And that's kind of what we've been doing. We went from the middle of the country we rounded up to the very north of it. Then we came back down and hit the west coast and then we came back down, and hit the middle.
I reminded people while you were gone to go watch our Around the Table page
Yeah.
because you were posting pictures and the countryside
Yeah.
was absolutely stunningly
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it got to be boring after a while.
Did it? No, it
Well,
didn't.
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You round every corner and go, wow. Let's take a picture of that. Well,
We
we
already
got
have one
pictures.
sort of like that.
We got all pictures of vastness.
Right.
So yeah, we had a great time. Go back and look at some pictures if you want.
We
And
have
that's
people
just
following you, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just a small portion of what we took pictures of. I
Oh, I'm
took pictures
sure.
of what the bathrooms look like, and
I got some weird picture of something in a toilet.
yeah, they had little spongy breath mints in a toilet. I don't know what the heck
Why
they
were
were.
they in a toilet if they're breath?
I think that
Maybe they're like poopery.
they have community toilets at some places where for men, right? I'm sure they don't do this for women, but they have a long trough, and you just kind of stand next to the guy you're next to,
Yeah.
and I guess
Do
you
your thing.
strike up a conversation. Say, I don't know.
Just make
Kinda-
sure you don't turn when you do it. Woo!
Yeah. But anyway, that country's not focused on themselves.
Okay.
You don't see pictures there was no billboards in that. I could not see.
Countryside was more pristine then.
Yeah. And I was looking like at real estate ads and stuff like that. They didn't show pictures of the agents. It's not about them, which was strange for us because it's all about, I need to put my picture on my business card and blah, blah. None of that. We got a business card from the hotels and stuff, and it didn't show the owner. It didn't show anybody. It just...
Was that refreshing?
In a way, yeah. Yeah, because it almost made me feel ashamed of being American. Because we're supposed to be this great country and we're supposed to have these high ideals. You know, we should take lessons from other places that inspire us to be better people, and that was a place. People had jobs, and they were glad to have their jobs, and they didn't disrespect the people that they were working at most people had uniforms and that kind of thing. I mean, they dressed the part, looked the part, and they were genuinely happy. They didn't come out and go, yeah, what do you want?
Disgruntled, not.
Oh,
you
my
didn't
gosh.
See that, so.
And you see that a lot here. And it just makes you just kind of ashamed.
Well, you mentioned you want to go back.
Yeah, we'll go back. Yeah, we kind of messed up on our... we had one of our last days, we went to the Isle of Skye, which is supposed to be spectacular with all these different vistas and views and photogenic places to stop. And our GPS on the car started taking us in the other direction. Of course, I wasn't paying attention. I've never been there before, so I don't even know where north is.
Right.
So anyway, we ended up driving an hour or so the other direction, which messed up the whole schedule of things
Right,
to do.
right,
So we'll go
right,
back and we'll go back to the Isle of Skye.
Okay.
But the food was great. I mean, seafood everywhere. I mean, they don't. You can't just go buy a burger somewhere. Everything was based on what they had around them. I mean,
They
fish.
didn't import so much. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Well,
They have to import so much.
they import stuff amongst themselves in Europe, German
Okay, yeah,
things,
yeah, yeah.
Swiss things, and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But I drank several of the ale ciders that they make there in Scotland, and they were pretty good. Yeah.
So
Wish
you
they had
mentioned
them
the
over here.
coffee was a little.
The coffee was a little
different?
strong for me. Yes, and they don't have cream; they have milk.
Right.
They put milk in things. I asked for cream one day, and they go, let me go check. We don't have the cream, so
Okay.
they don't even have the little packets. Everything's more fresh oriented, which
That's
I
better
thought was
for you.
very cool. Yeah,
It's better for you people.
yeah. So anyway,
Well, good. I'm glad you all made it successfully. And,
Yeah.
I'm glad your commute home was okay. What time did y'all get back in?
we got back. We changed flight to get an earlier flight, so we got home.
Oh.
We got home about seven.
See, I thought
Seven-ish
you were
or
earlier
something.
than I thought you were going to
Yeah.
be home when you
Yeah.
messaged. So,
But our bags are still somewhere. Are the bags that go
Yeah.
in the belly of the plane?
that's
They're
not.
still in the belly.
But you're changing the flight. Sometimes
did
that
that.
kind of
Yeah,
things
I did that.
can screw that up for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. But they're going to deliver the
Yeah.
the shredded baggage when it gets here.
I will say that
Hopefully
it's nice
it's
to have
not
a
shredded.
courier that will deliver it to your door
Yes. Yeah.
or wherever.
So everything went fine here.
Basically, yeah.
No hiccups.
No real hiccups.
Okay.
We were on the air every day. I consider that a success.
Okay. Okay. Well,
And again, I wanted to thank my co-host for filling in.
yeah. Who filled in for you? I know.
Ian Reynolds and, Matt Bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Matt was here a few days then.
He was here three or four.
Good. I
and
kept
Ian
up
too.
with the ratings.
Did you?
It peaked the first day and then it just flattened out the rest of the time.
Now, I wasn't able to divide up all the things like Dan usually does, but you know what? The content was there. The whole show was there,
Yeah.
so we were considering that a win.
I'm sure people thought it was refreshing that it was different.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know if they thought that, but no one said anything yay or nay.
Okay.
So I'll take that as a win as well.
Well, we were impressed with the weather there. Some people said, "Oh, if you go to Scotland, it's going to rain every day."
Yeah.
Well, it kind of rained every day, but it didn't rain long.
Okay.
It just sprinkled a little bit, and it was, and the people over there are amazing. They're more dog oriented. A lot of people have dogs, and always see them out walking their dogs or running or a bicycle or whatever. And I go, wow, it'd be nice to see that here.
Yeah.
And I didn't see a lot of people that were out of shape.
Well, and
Over
I wondered
there.
about that with eating healthier things and
The food is better there.
Yeah.
The food is more. They don't have supermarkets
Right.
like we have here. They have they call them co-ops and different things. You go in this little, it's a grocery store, maybe as big as this whole building.
but with fresh stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Everything was dated, and they made sandwiches and things, and fresh fruits and vegetables were there.
That'd be a nice, refreshing thing to come across.
That'd be nice to have here.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to cut your thing short, but I'm going to tell you, we have a jam-packed show. I'm just reminding
Well, I know,
you.
I know.
Okay.
I was gonna say the weather was good over there.
I've interrupted.
No, you're fine. And I want to say that the weather is just about what it is here over there.
Okay.
Today it was like 65 degrees in the morning. I don't know what it is now. It's 60. Says it's 60
here.
now,
Okay.
or 55 this morning. It's 63 degrees right now. But that's about the high that it was over there. I think it may have gotten up to 70 one day, but it was very, very nice.
Well, good. I'm glad. That's amazing.
So what's the forecast that we have here in the Ozarks?
Well, let me tell you. Today is sunny with a high of 83. Tonight is partly cloudy with a low of 58. Wednesday, sunny with a high of 90. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 61. And then Thursday is a high of 92. Thursday night, a low of 63. And you can have it.
Sunny for the high for Friday would be 95 for the high. Calm winds. And then Friday night, low 65, more calm winds. And then Saturday, we've got more calm winds on Saturday with a high of 94 degrees. It doesn't look like there's a chance of rain for quite a while. So Saturday night, Sunday, and Monday, the highs and lows are going to be highs around the low to mid-90s and the lows around mid-60s. So there you go.
It's not going to be dipped down into the 50s in the forecast necessarily this time, but it's a little warmer week coming up, looks like.
All righty.
Okay.
Topic to ponder. Let's do some of that. How about that?
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
How do you spell the? Oh, wait a minute. That's not it.
No, it's not spell.
Okay. How do the smells in your environment impact your mood or memories?
I answered with smelling my brewing coffee in the morning brings me peace and joy.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
good.
certain smells signal change of the seasons, and that type of thing, and it sets a mood for me. And then baby smells. What are you laughing
I've got
at?
something in my mind. I just thought of.
Baby smells are good till they aren't. And even the scent of my spouse. That's a comforting scent to me. And those are just what came off the top of my head.
Oh, good. Good for you.
What do you have?
When I reading this, I'm thinking of what are some of the iconic smells. There's some smells that pop into that I come across as an older adult that I remember somewhere else.
Yes.
And I go, where did I smell that before? And I remember when we've got our first phone, telephone, and the telephone guy would come in and he would unbox it and he would explain what the phone was. I mean, you'd think this is silly, but back in the day, I mean, a phone was a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was a rotary phone, of course. And they would, as he was explaining, I remember myself going over to the phone box, and he had already had it open, and I would smell the phone, and it had a unique smell to it. I have smelled that every so often. And I go, that's that phone smell.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
That's interesting, though, isn't it? How those things spark memories.
Yes.
And thoughts within you.
Yeah.
For sure.
It sparks a memory. Sure does. So today's question for Around the Table's topic to ponder is, how do the smells in your environment impact your mood or memories?
I'm sure there's some smells that are not good, but
not good.
But we're not going to talk about
there
those.
are some smells that
skunk.
Skunk. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do some history. How about history?
All righty.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
Well, this is 99 years ago. The National Broadcasting Company, NBC, was incorporated by the Radio Corporation of America, RCA.
Okay.
2-2 to Harvey Keene. 1 strike away. Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A perfect game.
This was 60 years ago. Back in 1965, the Dodgers pitcher Sandy Koufax threw a perfect game in Los Angeles against the Chicago Cubs. Dodger broadcasters Vin Scully was at the mic for the final pitch, and the final score for that game was Dodgers 1, Cubs 0.
Okay.
The rampaging prisoners, said to number nearly 800, decided they would negotiate with either of two men, Governor Rockefeller or State Corrections Commissioner Russell Oswald. The inmates demanded that newsmen be there too, and a representative group was.
54 years ago, a prisoners' rebellion broke out at the Attica State Prison in New York. Morton Dean reported for CBS News. The uprising lasted 4 days when state troopers stormed the prison. In all, 11 prison employees and 22 inmates were killed.
Yeah.
Wow.
The victim was led to believe that her meeting with Tyson was to be platonic. When she refused his advances, Tyson had forced non-consensual sex with the victim.
This was back in 1991, 34 years ago. Boxer Mike Tyson was indicted in Indianapolis on charges he raped a contestant in the Miss Black America pageant 2 months before. Prosecutor Jeffrey Modisett described the main charge. Tyson was convicted in February of 1992 and was released from prison in March of 1995.
Forgot about that.
There are just big orange balls of flame just leaping up. I'm talking 5-10 stories up off the ground, putting up practically a mushroom cloud of very thick black smoke.
15 years ago, a natural gas pipeline explosion killed 8 people and destroyed dozens of homes in the San Francisco suburb of San Bruno, California. KCBS reporter Doug Sovereign was there.
Okay.
Throughout her life, Her Majesty the Queen, my beloved mother, was an inspiration, an example to me and to all my family. And we owe her the most heartfelt debt any family could owe to their mother.
This was only 3 years ago. King Charles III gave his first speech to Britain as its new monarch, vowing to carry on the lifelong service of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who died a day earlier.
Listen, I'm really, really touched, but you must be joking.
Actor Hugh Grant was born this day in September 9th, 1960. He is 65. He contemplated being a godfather in About a Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Could I maybe get that headset, please?
Do not raise your voice to me, sir.
I wasn't raising my voice.
Okay, just calm down.
I am calm. I just want my headset.
Comedian Adam Sandler's birthday is today, September 9th, 1966. Guess how old he is? He's 59.
Okay.
The Saturday Night Live alums. Movie credits include anger management. In this scene, he tries to get a headset on an airplane. I did that quite a bit on this trip.
And then singer Michael Bublé was born this day in 1975.
Bublé.
It's not Bublé, it's Bublé. 50 years ago. Dadgummit.
Okay. All right.
That's it for today.
We've got a big show, jam-packed 2-segment show today. Rodeo Parade. We're going to be talking with Mike Parksinson, Pastor Doug Cartwright, and Holly Carson. They'll be here to talk about the Rodeo Parade. And then after that, in our second break, we'll be talking with Angela Ballard and Rodney Arnold and Kyle Evatt about the first responder lunch that they've have planned. We'll find out all the details in just a few minutes. Stick around, stay with us. You're listening and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Finally. We'll be back. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We have in the studio, it's rodeo parade time.
It is. Like all that's happening quickly.
Yes. So let's have a parade. Let's have a rodeo.
Well,
September 25th.
Okay, hold on a second.
Oh.
My September 25th.
Hold up.
Okay. And this is to usher in the county fair?
No, IPRA Rodeo.
IPR?
Harrison Roundup Club IPRA Rodeo.
Okay.
It'll be the September 25th, 26th, and 27th. We started off at 4 o'clock on the Thursday, the 25th, to kick off the rodeo. And everybody's welcome to come to the parade. This year, like last year, we were trying to raise food for Ozark Sharing Care. And last year, we raised 730 pounds of food for Sharing Care. So we're hoping we can beat our record this year.
Good.
Well, you do this, I guess, is it a passion for you? I mean,
it kind of is. I mean, I feel like, especially with these two here, I mean, we got Doug Carpenter, our preacher of the First Presbyterian Church, and then Holly, and they just want you to help, and I feel like if I can help just that little bit.
I failed to introduce everybody.
Right.
Mike Parksinson, Pastor Doug Cartwright, and Holly Carson in the middle there. Welcome to the show. I forgot to do that. Sorry.
Thank you.
I've been away for a while, so I've forgotten a few things.
He's forgotten how to do this show.
Okay. And
yeah, so it's coming up the 25th, 26th, and 27th.
The rodeo is.
The rodeo, yes.
Well, and the fair kicks off like the 14th.
Yeah.
So this is kind of at the back end of it.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Is it always the same? It's
always our rodeo is always the third full weekend of September.
Okay.
Okay.
So the fair could come before or after, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't never tell.
Right.
Yeah, I guess.
For years it was all together, but not anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. But your church, the Presbyterian Church, has a passion to help feed people within our community, and that's where you two are involved in this. I mean, you're the pastor of the Presbyterian Church, but you're the director of Ozark Sharing Care.
Yes, ma'am.
And can we move their mic a little bit?
Yeah, you can. Just slide it over in the middle there, just a little bit ways.
Right. I'm not picking her up for her.
Okay.
She's probably whispering too, so.
Stop whispering.
And how do you coordinate that?
Yeah.
Where do you get the food, and how do you distribute it, and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
So the food comes from individual donors. First Presbyterian Church, other churches in the area also give. And then it's distributed throughout the pantry. The pantry is Wednesday, 9 to noon. And we give out anywhere from 150 to 200 households worth of food.
Wow.
At one time, we were able to give 30 to 40 pounds of food, but right now with donations down, the cost of living, et cetera, it is down to 18 to 22 pounds of food. And we purchase the 20 pounds of food that we do give. It's up to donations. We rely on donations for that. However, food insecurity, I don't know if anybody knows exactly where that sits. The national food insecurity is 13.6%.
That's a huge number, actually.
Arkansas is number 1 in the nation at 20%. Wow. We exceed the national average. Boone County alone is at 15.6%.
Why do you think that is?
What are we not doing that we should be doing?
It's a multitude of things. It's unemployment, it's the wages, it's all kinds of different things, and a lot of things political right now. It makes it difficult. The cost of food is astronomical.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
it's been going up for quite a while. Yeah.
Eggs were $6 a dozen for a while, and they're all the way down to $3.50. That's one of the things that we used to put in our pantry bag that we're not able to anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
It would cost us at least $1,400 to put just eggs a week.
Wow.
And that's not something, I mean, that's one item.
Is that something you have to substitute with something else that's cheaper?
We did peanut butter and jelly and different things like that. So we give the basics of the food, some canned vegetables, some tuna, some ramen, milk. We give a half a gallon of milk and butter with bread and peanut butter and jelly and things like that. But that's not near enough to sustain a family. It takes the donations from the community. And when you think about the poundage of food that I'm saying, if you do 25 pounds and multiply that time, if we get 175 households in, that's 4,000 pounds of food a week. So when we do a food drive, when Mike and the church and everybody is so very benevolent to us and takes good care of us, that 1 week is done and we give all that away. And then we have to start all over again.
Yeah. So it's a weekly distribution.
It's a weekly distribution, yes, ma'am.
Well, Holly, talk about water. I didn't realize this till Holly was telling me.
Water is a big thing, especially with individuals that are on. There is no fresh water for people to drink if they're unhoused. If children are in, there's levels of being of homeless or unhoused. There's couch surfing, there's friends, there's all kinds of different, and that all exists in this community as well, that people just don't really realize. It's not just living under a bridge or in a tent, it's being without residence, being without an address, and sometimes you're relying on other people's food to get by, and you can't just ask somebody, can I just raid your cabinet?
Right.
So they come to us and they get their own food and they do things like that.
Well, she was talking about bottled water. You know,
I was going to ask, what kind of water do you...
But you can take soup, and put water in it and make
ramen.
Anything like that, and then take it to a convenience store and at least use their
put
microwave
it in the
to
microwave.
Heat it.
Yes.
For a family. I never realized that. I've always had fresh water in my life.
Well, and you think about giving people cans, they've got to be able to open it.
It has to have a pop top. And if you are going to donate, please think about a manual can opener. Because those are kind of crucial too. You can't open those. Soups are fabulous to donate. Those
give us some examples.
Yes, anything with a pop top, especially for children right now. Those are the ones that are eating. Everybody's eating, but pop tops for them to be easy. Like Mike said, you can use like those little individual things of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And you can take a bottle of water and put in it, and then you can walk it to and heat it up. Or
so cases of water are acceptable?
Cases of water are very acceptable.
Okay.
Yes.
We had a lady give us 2 cases the other day at church.
Wow.
And then there's Gatorades. People bring Gatorades all the time. You wouldn't think about that, but it has the They're not. The foundation of nutrients is not there for people that are food insecure.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're not getting electrolytes. They're not hydrated. They're not, and they're eating a lot of processed foods. So things like that are crucial.
Well, and I'm thinking you don't necessarily need to donate, or maybe I shouldn't say that, but like flour or sugar, those types of things. If you're talking to the home, they are not going to be cooking.
They
know
are.
What I mean?
They are not going to be cooking, but those
ready
things.
To eat.
Those things can go to my houses that do have multiple families. There's another thing, like we're talking about the unhoused. We have blended families. Blended families used to be this husband came with these children and this wife came with this children. That doesn't necessarily the case anymore. It's these families have come together to coexist together, and there could be 8 or 10 children in a house full of 4 adults. It's different dynamic. Everybody's just trying to survive at this point. So the flours, the sugars, the coffees, the teas, things like that you can think of to give, they can be given to the other households. We do discern. I'm not going to give flour and sugar and eggs to, if we ever get eggs again, they ever come down, give them to the homeless. There's nothing they can do about it, but just let it sit there. I'm going to give them Pop Tops. I'm going to give them the ramen. I'm going to give them the water and the things that they need.
Okay.
So hopefully at the parade that we're going to have, if you're bringing a horse or any horse items, you bring 2 cans of non-perishable food. If you want to have a float or or politicians or anything, they bring 5 cans to the parade.
Okay. And you can always bring more too.
Oh yes, yes. Well, we had a local FFA group in the area. They had their own food drive at school.
Oh, okay.
And so did one of the local bands at one of the local schools. They had their own food drive before they came, and they brought all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, where do they bring them to?
Yeah.
They bring them to the parade.
Bring them to the parade,
Yes,
okay.
we're going to, the horses will be up here behind, just west of the Catro's here in the baseball parks.
Right.
The horses are going to come here, and we'll have our church, the First Presbyterian Church, is going to be there with sharing care to help collect the food. And then the cars and bands and stuff will be over here behind Car Mart and Pal Feed. And I'll have a side by side, and hopefully Doug will be with me, and we can just come to you. And if you don't, if you don't get the note or can't afford, just come to the parade. Just we're not going. We're not going.
What about
kick anybody out.
What about the people that are not in the parade that want to bring? Should they do it at a different time, or can they bring it?
Bring it with them, and I'm going to probably be at the end of the parade like last year, and people brought it, and I had a side by side, and we just sat in there, or they can bring it to the rodeo.
Okay.
And at any point, they can take it to sharing care.
Yes.
As well,
Right,
or
right.
I guess the Presbyterian Church too would accept their.
Yes.
Be sure when you do that to check out dates. I mean, don't
Yes.
bring outdated food.
Yeah.
You know that you can't use. I mean, you can, but don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We
right.
can. You know, you and
Right.
yourself can.
Yes,
but
but-
we don't give out.
Right. So
Outdated
that's
food.
important to
It's
remember.
very
Don't just go
important.
clean out your pantry, and check the outdates for sure.
But just a few cans from everybody can really help.
Oh,
can help
absolutely.
Help our community. And this isn't a Harrison thing. This is a Boone County. I mean, area sharing care that y'all help so much. So it's not just Harrison Roundup. It's the whole community that can benefit from this.
Wow.
Doug, did you want to add anything? We haven't
We
talked
just
to you
haven't-
very much about this.
Yeah, no, I'm just excited about this, and as y'all were talking just now, thinking about if everybody does a little bit, it adds up to a lot.
You bet.
And that's the exciting thing about coming together as a community to help out. And we have an awesome thing here with Ozark Share and Care, and they have a lot of needs, and so we've got opportunity to help and come together here.
Yeah.
If every person that was attending the parade would bring something or several somethings, just think what an impact that could make.
Yeah.
That could be at least 2 weeks worth of groceries.
Exactly. And you think about that. I mean, there's a lot of people that come, but you think in perspective, two weeks worth of food. You know, I mean, that's a lot. You have to have a lot of food.
If everybody came to watch, it brought 2 cans of non-perishable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
it would
crowds
make
pretty
me
well
Yeah.
lined up from here to the old high school.
Right.
So if everybody just brought 2 cans,
Right.
I'll be glad
It'd
to.
make a difference.
Yes.
And
I,
keep doing it.
I think that what people may not think about is when they think about a food pantry, they think, oh, they've got plenty.
A pantry.
Yeah. Are there times when you look around and you go, oh,
We need.
There's been
we need, yeah.
several times during this summer that it's only been the food that we've purchased. And
Wow.
there's nothing more than we can give.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
no cereal, no mac and cheese, no anything like that that goes with the basics
Yeah.
that we buy.
Well, help share and care.
Yeah.
Please.
Right.
For,
Please.
one more thing, for people that are listening and they say, what can I do? I don't have a lot of stuff in my pantry. If I went out to buy something for you, what would you want them to bring?
Anything that makes them happy, that they would buy, would make somebody
Okay.
else happy.
All right.
If it's a hamburger helper, if it's cornflakes, shelf-stable creamers, tea.
Okay.
We don't get a lot of tea and coffee, and we do get a lot of call for tea and coffee.
Okay.
Jellies and different things that people can just eat.
Right.
All right.
But see, I go to a local little cowboy church here on Monday nights, and one of the families took it from one of the other churches and had a fund drive. We got 105 pounds from just one of the local churches in another community that wanted to help. They didn't know anything about it, but they wanted to help.
Right.
Let's
Every little bit helps, I guess.
contact information if they want to reach out to you. How do they do that?
They can call me at Ozark Share and Care at 870-741-3130.
3130.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you want to be in the parade, my name is Mike Parksinson, 688-7262.
All right.
And what if they
Everybody's
wanted to call the
welcome to come
church?
to
Doug?
Kind of a little bit of a moving target a lot of times with the church, but
Okay.
you're going to put me on the spot here.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember phone numbers anymore now that we have these things. But
Everything
anyway, you
is
can find
on
us
there.
easily on the web.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
And they're on Facebook
All right.
as well. So
Thanks, guys, for
Thank
coming
you
in.
very
And
much.
let's-
We appreciate y'all very much.
Let's,
And hopefully everybody comes to the parade and brings some food for sharing.
Yeah.
you betcha.
Let's not go home hungry.
No.
Absolutely not.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around the Table. I don't even know what camera to go to anymore. We got a camera that's out, and it usually is a wide camera, and I have to go to the multi-shot here. Sorry, guys, but we're going to fix our camera a little bit later on. In the studio with us this morning, we have, there's going to be a first responder lunch, and to talk about that is Angela Ballard, Kyle Evatt, and Rodney Arnold. Hey guys, how are y'all this morning?
Welcome.
How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Now, this has been going on for a couple years, has it not? How long has this been going on? Because I've heard about this before.
This is the second year that
Okay.
we've done
All
this.
right.
So we started it last year. Lions Club kind of had an idea, and we decided we would partner with the other two clubs, see if they wanted to get involved.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
Lions and Lions
Competition?
partner with Kiwanis and Rotary so that we could put
Yeah.
this event on to show our first responders how much we appreciate them.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see that y'all work together for the betterment of our community in whatever way that looks like, for sure.
And define a first responder for us.
Yeah.
EMTs, paramedics, firemen, police officers.
That's about.
Yeah.
Like
Volunteer-
first responders.
Those
or-
responding first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
the volunteer, last year we sent out invitations to the volunteer fire department. We did that again this year. They're harder to reach a little bit, just because those are what they are,
Right.
volunteers.
Right.
And so they primarily have jobs and stuff like that they're doing during the day.
Did you get a good response last year from those people that are the unsung heroes that aren't really in the limelight on when they do something great?
I feel like we did. You
Yeah,
guys
Okay.
were there.
We had an excellent turnout last year. I know this year, from City of Harrison alone, we've got 110 committed to be there.
Yeah, like
So, I mean, hopefully, our rural fire departments and all of our
Well,
volunteers
when we're
will show
talking
up,
about the rural area, how far out are you wanting to reach?
We try to stay in Boone County.
Okay. All right.
Just because our club, as Lions Club, we thought our club services Boone County.
Yeah.
So, and I would say these other clubs agree
Well,
with that
and
because their clubs do too. So.
You're with who?
Kiwanis.
And you're with Rotary. Okay.
How does it feel to sit with each other here? Denise?
I think it's good. He told me that I could say anything as long as I didn't ask him to join my club.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, there's some loyalty still there,
Well, give
It's
us
all
some
good.
details about when this is, and we've talked about who is eligible, to be a part of it. But talk to us the details here.
Yeah.
So it's Thursday from 11 to 1 at the fire station at the Harrison City Hall.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Is that 9/11? Is that on 9/11?
That is
Okay,
Thursday,
okay.
9/11. Yes.
Okay. Wow, we ought to be able to remember that.
Yeah, and so it's just kind of a come and go. We'll have tables out making burgers, so you can come anytime in that time frame, and get a burger. You can grab it to go if you need to. I know that there are some first responders who cannot leave where they're at.
Yeah.
So like,
Right.
the sheriff's office, there are employees that have to stay there. And so last year we boxed up a bunch and took to-go boxes, and we plan to do that again. We went to the dispatchers at Boone County EMS and took them there, and we went out to the sheriff's office. I was in that row of cars that went out there with them. So we try to hit the places that you can't necessarily leave where you're at, but still could get some food.
Well, they're all appreciated, whether they can
Sure.
leave their job or not, or show up, if they can't personally
Absolutely.
show up. So that's good.
Is there a presentation involved with this, or just come and eat and you're recognized?
So at 11:30, we are going to have like a little moment where we're going to say our thank yous
Okay.
and recognize people and that sort of thing. But don't think you have to come at 11:30. If you're able to come anytime, come and eat.
Yeah.
So,
Do you need people to give you advance notice?
no, not necessarily. We have ordered enough to feed 200, and so based on the numbers that we have so far, I think we'll have enough.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Well, that's a wonderful thing.
We'd love to
do
get rid
in
of
our
all
community.
of our food.
Oh,
so,
I'm sure
know.
you're going to have to throw it away.
And then that next year we can order more. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, and y'all are community oriented, you're service oriented, and that's exactly what you're doing through this event. for
Well,
sure.
these guys put their lives on the line every day. And it's nice to see these three community organizations come together once a year. It's the only time I know that we get together every year and to do a community event. And what better group of people to show our appreciation to other than those that put it on the line every day for all of us as a community.
And I think the 9/11 brought that out, because that was a day where we didn't expect anything like that was going to happen. and it was such a tragic event, but it also showed that the normal person will step in and be a first responder,
right,
and come and do something above and beyond. And it's you know, it's a medal of honor to be a part of that group. So I'm glad you guys are doing something like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we want all the people the first responders, or not specifically first responder, but the first responding people to get a piece of it. You know, to feel like they've been honored.
Your day of recognition.
In recognition, for sure. So
feel good about what you do.
You bet.
Yeah, and I think most of them do anyway. I don't think that they relish going out at 2 o'clock in the morning to help somebody, but the satisfaction of being able to show a skill that they can be there to help is commendable.
Yeah, for sure. They have a heart to serve.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add?
Yeah. Y'all didn't talk enough.
We do have some sponsors that I think that it would be nice to recognize those people. They helped us last year, and they've stepped up to help us again.
Yeah.
And that is Walmart. Our local Walmart store has donated the food for this event.
Well, good for them, yeah.
And then Hudson's Grocery has done condiments for the event. Pepsi's done drinks for the event. And then we, always reach out to recovery centers of the Ozarks to help us with that heavy lifting that we can't all do. And so they're there to help us move our tables and chairs around. And Explore Harrison is helping with some of the tables, and the Chamber of Commerce has come together. So we've just, without all of those people and the volunteers in our club, there's just no way we could do all of this for these people that are so
involves the community.
Yeah, so deserving of this. So.
Wow, we appreciate that very much. We like your vision.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
And report. Let us know how the turnout. Let us know the numbers and
again.
everything.
It starts at what time?
11
o'clock.
11 to 1.
At City Hall.
Yeah, at City Hall.
For first responders.
Okay, perfect.
In our community.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with more stuff when we return. Stay with us. Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table. What do we do now? I'm not sure.
I don't even know at this point.
Oh, let's see. Wait a minute. Let me get out the book. Where's the book? Who's taking the book on how to run a radio show?
I didn't have it. You
Oh, my
must have
gosh.
taken it with you on vacation
Oh,
and
boy.
left
Well, I was still studying, trying to figure out how to do this, you know.
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh, you know, I always love these AI stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're even using AI to for big weddings. And you would think, well, how do they use AI? Well, you know what Chat GPT is.
I do.
If you have a question or, you know, concern and you want to get to the bottom of it, and you don't want just data, you want a intellectual explanation
Yes.
in human terms.
Yes.
This is what AI does. So anyway.
Well,
It says here, the next time you go to a wedding and the speeches sound a bit robotic, maybe it's because they actually are.
oh man, okay.
A lot of people have been using Chat GPT to write their toasts, you know, to the bride and groom. And this wedding season, even brides and grooms have been saying AI do to wedding vow generators, where you answer a few questions about your betrothed, and poof, out comes a computer-written declaration of your love, down to the very core of your love being. And yes, everyone can tell. They usually sound disjointed and inauthentic, like a bad book report.
You know, I've used AI for thoughts. You know what I mean?
Right.
To expand my thoughts, but
Yeah.
I don't have it.
Get you
write
past the
my
writer's
stuff.
block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need to write it in your own context, in your
Yeah.
own wording, and in
Yeah.
the way you would deliver, you know. But it's nice to have those little tidbits that come, you know, and get you out of that writer's
What
block.
I've done with certain scenes, I'll write a scene, and I'll say, help me with a plot twist that will make the main character's life threatening. And they'll come up with something, and I go,
Right.
well, that's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
And you go expand on that. You know,
Yeah.
you're doing all the work,
Right.
but you're basically bouncing stuff off somebody or something.
It just happens to be AI.
Just happens to be AI.
Yeah.
So I really think it's a great tool.
It
but
is.
don't rely completely on it to do everything for you, because it's going to fall short.
And don't put don't take ownership of, you know, like, I don't know. Do you have to give AI credit? You know what I mean? It's like, is it plagiarism if you use AI? You know,
I don't think so. You know, when we talk about scripts, when you write a script, if you're a good writer, you'll hand it to somebody, and you'll say, look at this and give me your perspective.
Right.
Well, they make a few notes. Do you include them as the writer?
You don't.
Because it's your writings.
Right.
And it's up to you to say, you know, I like your idea or I hate your idea.
Right.
Or I like part of your idea, but I think it should be done this.
Yeah.
But you're still a creator.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
I don't know.
So a woman, if you want to kill somebody, you can kill them with toxic mushrooms. How about that?
Oh, really?
So here's your next MO.
Which ones are good and which ones are bad?
Dude, I don't know.
She picked the bad ones.
I don't eat any of them. They're all bad in my book. The Australian woman who killed 3 family members by feeding them toxic mushrooms, 3 family members, has been sentenced to more than 3 decades.
Did she kill him,
in
really?
prison. Her in-laws and her mother-in-law's sister died.
Yeah, she
after
killed them.
She
Yeah.
served them beef Wellington laced
Oh.
with mushrooms back in 2023. But her husband survived, so she tried to kill him too. It's one of the longest sentences handed to a female prisoner in Australia's history. She'll be in her 80s before she can apply for parole. What does that tell you? Well, first of all, don't kill anybody, but don't kill.
Well,
don't kill 'em
if
with
the
mushrooms.
situation's so bad, you don't do that. You leave.
Hello, there's the door.
And if you don't feel secure leaving, then maybe you have the problem.
True.
Yeah.
That's true, and I think that's probably the case
Yeah.
for a lot of people who don't leave a situation that they don't like. So.
Yeah. You know, I got on the airplane and I left Scotland, and we flew directly to Chicago, and then we got on Chicago, another flight, and we came to Springfield. But a confused airline sends tourists to Africa instead of France. Africa and France shouldn't be that hard to be confused unless you're like an American tourist who boarded a plane on the French city in Nice, N-E-E-C-E, but ended up in Tunis. Nice.
Okay.
So every time they ask, is this plane going to Nice? They were told, yes. Sounds the same, so that's what happened.
Check your stuff.
But don't you have to have boarding passes to make sure that
Well,
they let anybody on the plane?
I don't know. I don't know how they did that, but too bad they good grief.
What's today?
It's time for us to go. It's International Sudoku Day, or Doku, International Buy a Priest a Beer Day. We could have bought our preacher beer.
We got to go.
Okay,
We'll
bye.
see you tomorrow.